Move into the first Leroy Boyd Forum. The first card I have is from Michael Kimberl. Welcome, Mr. Kimberl.
Good evening, Council. Michael Kimberl, 212 Frisco Road. I'd first like to start off by just saying that I'm really excited about tonight, and I wish I could stay for the entire meeting, but I can't. So I just want to say that skateboarding has saved my life. But that's not why I'm here tonight. The reason I'm here tonight is because of the conversation that I heard on Monday's agenda conference meeting. And it really upset me because Monday was World Homeless Day. And this council decided to have a conversation about the criminalization of homelessness and how we needed to be stricter on our homeless in Pensacola. And the sad part about that is that we have not increased shelter beds. We have not increased housing. We have not increased compassion, empathy at all. But we're very quick to start conversations about how we can regulate their existence, to quote the city attorney. And it also was upsetting to me that we had council members who had just recently won awards from the Escarosa Coalition of the Homeless that were involved in this conversation. And I mean, I was appalled. I truly was appalled. And then the more I thought about it, with it being World Homeless Day, and earlier that day I had given a press conference on City Hall's front steps for a need for a Florida Homeless Bill of Rights, I thought that conversation that y'all had was a perfect example as to why we need a Florida Homeless Bill of Rights, because municipalities have been trampling on the rights of our homeless citizens and treating them as lesser beings in our communities. And so it is necessary that we as citizens are having to go over y'all's heads to the Florida legislature. I am hoping that at least one of these council members that sit before us tonight will sponsor that bill and bring it before this council to get an endorsement with the Florida legislature. And once again, I will tell you that I'm here to work with you. I'm sure y'all all know that when the word homeless comes up, I'm here. Y'all usually are probably tired of seeing me. And one last thing also brought up was Dr. Robert Marbut, and I believe that it is beyond a reasonable doubt at this point that man is a fraud. And if this council wants to continue to head in that direction, I'm here to fight you 100%. But hopefully we're not going to have to go there. Thank y'all. Y'all have a wonderful evening.
Okay, Councilwoman Myers.
Mike, I appreciate you coming down. I'm sorry I wasn't able to attend the event, but I am very interested in sponsoring the Homeless Bill of Rights. The only reason I brought up Dr. Marbut was to point out that the City Council spent $30,000 to bring a consultant in and had a task force that worked on this issue for 6 months, and as far as I can see, none of the recommendations that the task force recommended have been implemented, and I'm very disappointed with that. So that's why I brought it up. Yeah.
Yes.
I don't know.
And I also share your concern with that none of the recommendations have been implemented. And I fear that it's because the task force's recommendations were counter to what Dr. Robert Marbut's usual recommendations are. And since that wasn't what we as a government was hoping to hear, we decided not to implement the recommendations of that task force.
Councilwoman Cannada-Wynn.
I think that the work that task force did was very good. I think that some of the things in there, when we get ready to talk about money, one of the things that they had mentioned that we were 99 beds, or about 100 beds short in our county to begin to deal with this. We have a local option sales tax workshop that was supposed to be Monday. So when we have some of these recommendations come with a funding requirement. Now, on my LOST list is that funding requirement. We just have not gotten to that yet. There's some other things that can be checked off, but I think some good work went into that. The homeless issue is just not a city issue. So when we come back to the county in January and we have our county meeting, that's one of the things on my list so that we could talk about it as a joint project in dealing with it. So I'm sorry that some people feel as if everything shouldn't have gotten off first, but my issue was the housing issue, which required dollars, and of course I put in a huge LOST request. So I'm hoping that some of those things that I requested to deal with the issue will come. But there were some good things that came out of it, and I'm hoping that in the future this council will be able to move forward, maybe not on all of the issues in there and all of the recommendations, but on some of it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.